Hi there, hi, good afternoon everyone. This is Liz Davis. I am a nutritionist and I specialise in digestive health for busy women. So I help busy women fix their IBS problems, bloating, painful digestion, any associated hormone issues, chronic fatigue, etc., which can, at least in part, normally be traced back to some kind of gut imbalance as well. It's normally playing a role there. And I do this with state-of-the-art testing and gut testing, hormone testing, etc., and dietary and lifestyle upgrades to gently bring things back into balance for you and get you feeling as you should do again. So intermittent fasting, it's a real kind of buzzword at the moment. It seems like everyone's giving it a go in some form or other, but does it actually work? Does it actually benefit your digestive health, and what kind of other benefits are there to it? Well, basically, as far as intermittent fasting and your digestive health goes, it can be a really, really important tool to have in your toolbox when you are tackling any kind of digestive health problem. The reason being is that the main issue here is with your migrating motor complex, so your MMC, you may see it referred to as, and this is a really important cleansing system for your gut, which doesn't kick in until after you haven't eaten for about 90 minutes or so. And then it takes a good long amount of time to kind of go through all the processes it needs to go through and the different stages, etc. If this isn't working properly, that can sometimes be what gives rise to situations such as SIBO. So in SIBO, you've got bacteria growing where we don't want it growing, so it's growing in the small intestine and causing all sorts of horrible symptoms, which can be associated with IBS, etc. So basically, if you're snacking all the time, or if you're eating too frequently, this MMC cleansing process just doesn't have the time to kick in and do its job properly. So from that perspective, it's really, really important that you do leave nice big chunks of time in between eating to allow this process to happen properly and keep your gut nice and clear and prevent any unwanted bacteria or yeast or what have you from setting up shop. So the other thing also to bear in mind is that our digestive system they're probably not really designed to be working and functioning all the time like that. It's only been recently that we've had access to food around the clock. Previously, we would have had to have gone for probably very long periods of time without eating anything, and we would have eaten all in one go. So that's probably more how our digestive systems are designed to function, rather than this kind of constant grazing culture which has taken over in recent years. So if you want to give it a go, I shall go over a couple of really easy techniques that you can use. But just to say that if you are already trying lots of different things, you're trying diet changes, you're getting used to taking lots of supplements or what have you, it doesn't matter if you're not doing this as well. It's just another tool that you can try at some point in the future that you'll probably find beneficial. But absolutely don't stress yourself out trying to do this as well, because as we know, stress doesn't do your gut any good either. So want to keep those stress levels really low. So firstly, the easiest way to do it is just to go 12-16 hours overnight without eating anything. So if you have your last meal of the day about 6 o'clock and then don't have anything until you have your breakfast in the morning, that gives you a nice lovely long fast overnight, so your gut can get busy clearing itself out and doing what it needs to do, getting a nice rest. So it's not processing food the whole time. So that's the easiest one to do. It's also suitable for women because it's kind of looking like women don't really benefit from doing very long fasts. It's not great for our hormones, etc. So just doing that nice gentle one overnight can be very beneficial. So just following on from that, it's actually not vital that you have your breakfast first thing in the morning. Plenty of people don't bother with breakfast, or you can have it later in the day. It's sometimes nicer to have breakfast, once your digestive system has woken up properly. So while you're racing, trying to get out of the door in the morning probably isn't the best time to be eating. So no reason at all why, if you can fit it in later in the day, that you don't fit it in later in the day. And that again is another technique for getting those nice long sort of fasting hours in overnight. Another popular technique is just to restrict your eating to, say, a 9-hour block during the day. So you only eat between, say, after 1 o'clock, and then you have your last meal, 9 hours after that, and then just kind of have that as your kind of eating template, if you like. So it's really going to depend what your commitments are, what your lifestyle is like, and what suits you the most and the easiest way that you can kind of do that. The other technique, which is very popular, is the 5-2. So you eat normally for 5 days, and then on 2 days you can restrict the amount of food you're eating, or eat within a specific window, etc. A lot of people find that an easy one to do as well. But what I wouldn't recommend is definitely trying to fast for a very long period of time. So it's not something that I think you would get a huge amount of benefit from. But if you can get that nice long fast in overnight, that was definitely going to get you a lot of benefits there. Okay, so there's some points to consider here. So first of all, if you're someone who is suffering with IBS and you don't want to, you're kind of quite happy to give fasting a try, but then you know that you're going to end up overcompensating afterwards, so eating too much, that can stress your gut as well. So you want to avoid that happening for certain. Also, if you're someone who knows that they need to be eating frequently, then absolutely just go with what your body's telling you. Go with, the more frequent, smaller meals if that suits you better, because we're all different and different techniques suit everybody differently. And also, if you get hungry while you're trying to fast, absolutely eat as well. Don't stress your system out. Don't stress yourself out. If you get hungry, absolutely eat something. But the benefits, if you can do it, it will undoubtedly improve your gut health. It will lead to increased levels of friendly bacteria, which is great, especially if you're suffering from IBS. We want to get that your bacteria levels up nicely. It's great for weight loss if you need to lose weight. It promotes growth hormone as well if you want to be kind of building up bulk and muscle, and it will definitely improve your insulin sensitivity. Okay, so that's a few things to bear in mind there when it comes to intermittent fasting. If you would like to speak to me about your gut health, there is a link to book into my diary in the comments, so do use that. And there's also a link to some free gut healing recipes as well. But if you did find this useful, do like and share, and I shall see you next time. Okay, bye.